Hello again. Now, the death toll in the Türkiye-Syria earthquake has now surpassed 36,000 people. Rescuers are still working around the clock to pull people from the rubble. Our senior reporter Dasen Thathaih is traveling with humanitarian aid group Gift of the Givers. The group has pulled an 80-year-old woman from the rubble just a short while ago. Dasen is joining us now live this hour from Antakya just to give us the latest. Good afternoon, Dasen. I understand there's been some miraculous successes being recorded where you are.
It's an amazing story, Brad, and it's actually happened here just to the left of me. This used to be an apartment block. You're probably now seeing what's left of it and this digger that is perched on top. That was where the woman was found. It was just a short while ago, a few hours ago, in fact. It was the SAPS canine dogs which had come through with the Gift of the Givers as part of that search and rescue delegation. And it was them working with teams from other countries together that was able to then locate this woman. I'll also give you a disclaimer, as I did earlier. There are times where I may have to lower my voice because it is an active search and rescue scene, and they do ask everyone around to be quiet when they are listening for anyone that may still be trapped under the rubble. They're using very advanced equipment, and at that point they need as much quiet as possible. And that was one of the ways that they located this woman. I'm told that although she did need to go to hospital, she was alive, and while 80 years old, managed to survive here for almost 8 days by the time she was found. But what's more is that there may possibly be at least 2 other people that are found, or rather that are trapped under the rubble, and that's what these teams are trying to find. I just want to Ali, if I could just ask you to just have a chat with me quickly. Sorry, Brother, I'm just moving away from the sound of a generator. There is a generator that's plugged in here outside the scene because the teams are using heavy machinery. This is Ali Said Al-Fasi, who's with the Oman team. Ali, we've spoken before. I know that you've been working closely with the South Africans on this particular recovery here. Please give me an update on where we stand in locating those other 2 victims.
As you know, we already take one lady. It is fine, alhamdulillah. We pull it out from under this building, holding building, and now we have a sign. Maybe there is 2 still. There is small sign of alive, and we're still searching for them. We hope they are alive and we can take them off from this place. We're still working, and we will be here and searching another. We divided into 2 teams. One of my team is going for search this area. If there is any sign of life, he will tell for another team which is search and rescue team with the equipment.
And you're using the canines as well?
Yeah, from the South Africa team, they have 4 dogs. We use that dogs, and we find him very useful, and we thank this team for this helping.
Ali, what indication do you have that there may be a sign of life? Is it for example, are they knocking? Do you hear someone talking? What kind of sound do you hear?
Actually, when we search in this area, we try to ask the citizens, the people here, if there is any sign of life, if you hear any sound. Many people, they shouting for us. We know that for the humanity, their family, and all under this ground. And we ask them, and we try to search that place. If there is any sign of life, we will work. But sometimes we find dead bodies, and we leave it because our priority for the alive people.
Yes. And you did take out, I believe that there were some bodies that were taken out today.
Yeah, some of the bodies, there is, maybe they died from a small moment, maybe today they did. And we work with them as they are alive, because maybe there is a chance if we do a resuscitation for them. We have a medical team there.
Yes. Just lastly, Ali, if you could help me, what was the condition of the lady that came out, the one who was 80? And do we know how did she manage to survive inside? Was she in a small space that was trapped between the walls? Please just help me with that.
Alhamdulillah, when we found that lady, we try to keep her safe because this building is not safe until now. Maybe will fall down some of big stones of big crash of this building. And we try to take her out. Then immediately we support her with an oxygen cylinder, and we take her to the ambulance for the Turkish ambulance. It is fine as we see firstly. And
was she talking?
Not talking, but it's signing a little bit because she's old woman and 74 hours it is under the ground. Yeah. This is a long period of time, and alhamdulillah maybe she will be fine inshallah.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for all the work that your team is doing as well. Dasen, that's still a very miraculous story that Ali Said Al-Fasi was telling me from the Oman National Search and Rescue Team, and it sounds like they will be here for a while because they need to continue to dig, and this is a process that takes a while. They need to do this very strategically. It can also be very dangerous initially because of the digger that is being used. So there has to be a combination of things that are done here. On the one hand, they use that machinery to move out the big pieces and then use dogs to try to get an idea of exactly where this person could be. And at the same time, you need manpower to then try to remove those bricks and other items that are on top. And I think one of the things that's most striking is if you look at how many of these apartment blocks are completely ruined. And I was taking a walk earlier, Dasen, and I want to show you something. You know, as you walk through here, you start to see bits and pieces of the lives that people once had. You see carpets here and you see pillows. I saw a textbook, a children's book. You see little things that remind you that not long ago there were families that lived here, there were people that lived here, and these apartment blocks were fully occupied before that devastating incident last week Monday.